we go.
New bidder.
Let's see what happens. Ah, you son of a... I can't go much more than this, guys. We're probably talking 3,500 out the door the way it is right now. Are you serious? Are you serious? You've got to be kidding me. I just can't do it, guys. I'll do one more. That's it. Looks like we got it.
Bonus time.
Are you serious? Oh, man. What's it gonna be?
Sold on approval.
Done. Let's see if it has any blow by, shall we? And if you don't think that's bad enough, whoa! It's so bad that it has splattered oil all over the paint, all over under the hood. All right, she sounds good. Let's get it back to the garage. Strong though. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we are out here at my favorite spot, Copart yard number 18. Not sponsored, but if you want to check them out, 2829 Southeast 15th Street here in Oklahoma City. Today we're here to pick up the Ford Mustang GT, the 89 Mustang GT that I won for $3,050 for a total of $3,600 out the door. And we are going to find out if this video, if this car was a win, a steal, or a insert whatever you want to right there. Let's check it out. So as you can see, my local Copart yard is really busy, guys. They have so many cars out there. It is absolutely insane. Apparently those ice storms really brought in a lot of damaged cars. There's nowhere for me to park. So I had to park right here in the middle of everything. I got the trailer dropped already, and they were nice enough to drop this. Normally I record them bringing it. Unfortunately, I didn't have my camera ready. Copart is on their game, man. Like, they got this thing out here quick. So here it is. All right, it looks good, and one of the loaders just talked to me, and he said that this car has a built motor. Now, of course, I can't say for sure if that's the case or not, but the gentleman that dropped this car, that delivered it here, lives over 4 hours away, and he told them that he spent over $8,000 on the engine alone. Okay, I paid $3,000 for this car. If it really does have an $8,000 engine, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But if it does, this is gonna be like the biggest score I have ever made at Copart. So let's see if we can get her to fire up here. The ignition is already on. That clutch weighs 1,000,000 pounds. From what I understand, it has a big cam in it. Boy, she sounds good, guys. Let me tell you something, this car is already getting a ton of attention out here at Copart. I have had people just walking up to me left and right over this car. I'm gonna try to drive it on the trailer, but we gotta get her to idle a little better than this. Right now she doesn't want to there we go, she's idling. There she goes. Sounds healthy though, guys. She does. All right, I'm gonna let this thing warm up for just a minute, and let's see if we can get her on the trailer. We got that short throw shifter, a good looking interior, and a clutch that weighs about 10,000 pounds. I am really excited to hit the street in this and see how she performs. All right, guys, we got her running and idling. Let's see if we can run her up on this trailer here without destroying something. And there we go. She died, but she made it. That's all that matters. Let's see if we can fire it up. No, whoa. We better just leave her in gear. She's trying to roll backwards. The e-brake doesn't seem to work very well. So, can we get out? We can. I may have pulled up too far, guys. Oh, I may have pulled up just a tad bit too far. I think she'll work though, guys. Yeah, I definitely pulled it up a little further than I should have. And I'm definitely a little far off on this side over here, but I think she'll work. She'll make it home. All right, boys, I'm going to strap her down. Gotta love this Mustang GT on the side skirts here, right? Absolutely beautiful. And I love this color. I do. I think maybe if we could do any repainting on it, we'll probably go back with the same color. Comment below. Tell me what you think, guys. What do you think? $3,600 out the door. Good deal? Bad deal? I don't know. We'll find out once we get it home, put it on the street, and see how she does. Well, boys and girls, you knew it was too good to be true, right? I mean, I did. Well, okay, I didn't. I suspected that it might be too good to be true, but I couldn't find any faults with this car. Nothing serious. You know, body panel gaps, whatever. You can line all that up. But here's one of the things. I'll give you some good news first. I've looked down the fender aprons. They're very straight, okay? Both sides. Full disclosure, I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. Core support, nice and straight. Nothing is damaged, okay? Come under here, and let's see if I can even fit you guys under here. Look at that. Nice and straight, right? Everything under there looks great. In fact, can I show you the rack and pinion? I don't know if I can or not. Let me try. Let me try. I got to lay on the ground for this, so hold on and bear with me here. There's the rack and pinion. That says remanufactured on it. Now she's definitely leaking a little bit of fluid. We've got some fluids down there. That is power steering fluid. Looks like I poured power steering fluid in, it filled up the pump, and it all came right back out of the rack and pinion where the high pressure hose mounts to it. So there's something going on there. Then we've got these beautiful pipes that are, you know, they've got some oil burnt to them, but you look right here and you see that's BBK. Yes. Let's see if we can clean that up any. No? There we go. Yes, that is BBK, guys. Really nice. We have polyurethane mounts. I don't know if you can see that up there. Probably not, but we got polyurethane mounts on the tranny. It's probably difficult to see, but up there are also poly mounts for the motor as well, guys. Somebody has definitely put some money into this car. Then we've got an SVE radiator. Then, of course, you've got all of your SVE hoses, these silicone hoses. These hoses, I think, were about $180. I looked on one of those websites. It's not CJ Pony Parts. It's another one like, I can't remember the name of it to save my life. Sorry, I'm not really a Mustang guy, so I don't typically shop on those sites to know what they are. But we've got the BBK cold air intake. This one was about $250. The headers are shorties, but they are BBK equal length headers. Those are like $350, guys. There's a lot of money under the hood. Frame rails, by the way, straight. Harder to see that side, but the frame rails are fine. This thing has not been, that I can tell, in a serious accident at all. So where did we go wrong? I guess that's what everybody's wanting to know. Someone definitely spent money on it. It's got a nice clutch. The interior is pretty good for an old plastic American car. The paint, yeah, you know, it's definitely going to need some work on the paint. But before we can worry about paint, we've got a little bit more to worry about with the engine. There is a reason we're going to pull it out, and it's not just because I'm curious. Look at this adjustable clutch that we have here. Yeah. Since we're going to pull the engine anyway, I'm probably going to swap that clutch out. Let's take a look at the oil cap and see what we see here. Nothing. Looks perfect, right? Looks good. No problems. I'm going to show you guys something, and I was tempted to save this for another video, but we're going to go ahead and knock this out in this one, because I wanted to take you guys for a drive. I did. I really wanted to take you guys for a spin, and maybe, let me open this door. Maybe we can take it out for a drive, but I'm not going to lie. It really concerns me taking this thing out on the road. It's a little bit sketchy. Come on, old girl. All right, so let's go for a short ride. So I can show you that she runs and drives, because she absolutely runs and drives. Yes, it does grind the gears on occasion. I don't know if that's the clutch that needs to adjust. See, I wasn't even doing anything. Like, it just it tends to grind a little bit when you go to put it in gear. So it could be a clutch adjustment. It could be, I got a lot to learn about driving this particular stick shift. All right, she sounds good. You smell that smoke? I don't think it's on fire, not yet. But yeah, she probably will catch on fire if we continue this. So, yeah, going into first, it just grinds. The exhaust scrapes. Let's get it back to the garage. Man, she's strong, though. Okay, didn't grind that time. I don't know what's going on with this clutch. I guarantee you, she is smoking. Dang it, there we go. Come on. Let's get her in the garage. Let's see how this thing looks. Ooh, golly. Yep, there it goes. Look at all that smoke. Okay, so what is all this? What is all this smoke? You guys see this? Look how cloudy it is in here. Look how foggy it is in here. I mean, it's smoky, guys. It's really smoky. So, thankfully, I've already diagnosed it, and I think I figured out what's wrong with it. Let me put this hood prop up for you here, and we'll take a closer look. It's all coming from the engine bay. Every bit of it is coming from the engine bay. And I notice it's all coming from this side over here. So if I can get you down a little bit closer, you might be able to see there's oil burning on those headers. And there's also oil all over the place down there. It's like, huh. Well, no big deal. It's a valve cover leak, right? Sure, I thought the same thing. So that makes sense, just a valve cover leak. I mean, it runs strong. Seems like it's got a nice little cam in it. Got a vacuum leak or two. A couple things I'm concerned about is the idle air control valve is not hooked up anymore. I thought maybe it's running a custom tune and they deleted the IAC, but I mean, it's running a factory mass airflow sensor. That's a factory MAF right there. It looks like it's running stock injectors. You guys have to look down here and tell me for sure, because as I said, these aren't my type of cars here. I mean, they are today, but I'm going to have to learn a lot. Are those factory 5-point slow injectors? I'm just joking about the 5-point slow thing. I know these things can be beasts, guys, just from the factory. Unfortunately, they weren't. So, what do we got going on here, guys? I'll start it up for you, and as hesitant as I am to reveal this issue, it just wouldn't be true to the channel if I didn't tell you guys, you know, I made a mistake. All right, let her idle. There we go. Sounds decent. Doesn't she? Of course she does, man. She sounds great. Listen to her. God. I ain't gonna lie, guys. She sounds real good. She sounds real good. Okay. It's the moment of truth. I don't like doing this because it's going to make a mess. Let's see if it's got... Actually, no, hold on. Let's do something different. Let's see if it has any blow-by, shall we? Oh, crap. Come here. Come here. There we go. That is blow-by. And if you don't think that's bad enough, whoa. Yeah, how about that? The blow-by is so bad that it has splattered oil all over the paint, all over under the hood. That's right, guys. We have a severe internal engine problem, most likely, in fact, almost undoubtedly, in the lower end of the motor. Well, guys, that is a wrap. She's got problems. Now, could it be valves? It could be. I'm thinking maybe not, though. I'm suspecting damaged rings. The engine does look fresh, and that could mean a couple things. Either somebody just built this engine in their garage, they put it together, they were excited, and maybe they did something wrong. Maybe the rings aren't properly clearanced. Who knows? Maybe a valve is bent, burnt, maybe several valves. I don't really know. Maybe it had nitrous in a supercharger or a pro charger, and maybe it ran lean and melted some pistons. I don't know. But what we will find out in the next video is which cylinders are low on compression. We'll run a compression check. And assuming I can find my borescope, we'll go into each cylinder and take a look at the condition of the tops of the pistons, and hopefully it has a reverse camera where you can take a look at the valves as well to get a better idea of what's going on. But regardless of what we find, I think that engine has to come out, and some disassembly will be required. So how do I feel about the situation? Am I upset? Do I feel like I got burned? No, not at all, man. I mean, for a Foxbody, I feel it was relatively cheap. It was $3,600 out the door. Yeah, it's kind of a mess. There are a few things that need to be addressed, and honestly, a lot of this will be a lot easier to figure out once we have the motor out of the car. The idle air control valve is not hooked up to anything. I don't even see anywhere for it to be hooked up to. The map sensor is completely disconnected. I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be connected on this car or not. There's a lot of things going on under hood. Vacuum lines that are just broken or disconnected that are currently pulling vacuum from the open air, which affects the air-fuel mixture as well. I think it'd just be a lot easier. Take the motor out. Let's figure out what's wrong with the motor. If it's fixable, fix it. If not, replace it. While we're at it, let's try to figure out all the crap going on in here, and let's try to make it right. The car wasn't a whole lot of money. It was $3,600. I can't complain at all. The vehicle is from Oklahoma. It's from over by the Texas border, someplace called so you guys didn't even notice that I got up and left and went inside and came back. It's from a little town called Chinook, Oklahoma. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never been there. Chinook, Oklahoma. Hey, maybe somebody watching will recognize it and be like, hey, I know the guy you selling that car. Because you know what would be great? What would be great is if somebody that knows this car could talk to me and tell me what mods have been done. They probably know what's wrong with the car, which is why they sent it to auction. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I would just like to know for myself before actually going into it what is wrong with it And I think that would make things a lot easier. And also knowing the modifications performed on the car would make things a whole lot easier as well. I look forward to tearing into this with you guys, figuring out what's going on, hopefully fixing it, putting it back on the road, and enjoying it. I love this little car. This car is so awesome, but she's got a lot of little issues, guys, and the engine's kind of a big one, but honestly, the engine comes out of this car relatively easily, guys. It's really not that big of a deal, but we have never done that on this channel before. In fact, I don't have an engine hoist, and I don't have an engine stand, so I guess it's time I go pick those up. We're going to get back to this car very soon. I hope you guys are just as excited as me, but before that, we definitely need to get back on the Corvette and try to get that one running right before we tear into this project. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Thank you so much for letting me do what I do for a living. I thoroughly enjoy it. I love doing this. Just an average guy working on average cars in his garage, making a living because you find people out there watch my videos. Thank you so, so much. If you enjoyed the content, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't, go ahead and hit the thumbs down button. Guys, I look forward to doing more of these videos with you and seeing you all again very soon in the next one.